In this lesson, we will see how to mirror parts in our subtool. So this is something you'll use on regular basis. I find myself making something on one side of a model and then realizing it should be flipped on the other side instead. Or maybe I did a lot of sculpting work on one side of my model and forgot to turn symmetry on. Let's take a look at ways of flipping and mirroring work from one side to another. So I have this demo soldier, and here I have removed one of his shoes, and on this body I have just made some kind of you can see these details here, so I can better demonstrate what is going to happen. Now the first thing you will notice here is that he don't have a shoe on the other leg. So I will go to his shoe by pressing Alt and clicking on the shoe, and you will see the shoe is now selected. Now let's go to the deformation panel, which is here. And inside the deformation, we have mirror. And on the mirror, there are some axes, X, Y, and Z. I want to mirror this on the X axis, mean horizontally. So by default, X is already selected. So I will click over here. Now, one snag you'll run into this is that it does not work on models that have subdivision level. So let's go ahead and temporarily delete those subdivision levels under the geometry. So I will go in the geometry here, and then I will just click on the delete lower, and all of them will be gone. Now once I'm done, I will go back to my deformation here. And now what I will do here is that, as I said, X is highlighted. That means it will mirror it on the x-axis. Otherwise, if you want to mirror it on the y or z, like y on the top or z backwards, so you can go ahead with that. But at this stage, I want a mirror. So I will just click on the mirror now. And as soon as I will do that, you can see that the same shoe is now mirrored on the other side. Now, if I wanted two shoes, so what I could have done is that, let me undo this. I could go in the subtool, duplicated this one, and once this is duplicated, I can go back to my deformation, and that one which I duplicated, I can just click on the mirror, and then I will have both of the shoes. Now this one is you can say simple mirroring, which works on those subtools that are separate from each other. Like these two shoes are separate from each other, they are not one object. This is a different shoe and this is a different shoe. So one subtool here and on the other subtool here. So this works for different or separated subtools, as you can say. Now there's another type of mirroring which is called a mirror and weld, which works on an object which is a one part. So it will work on one side and it will mirror and weld on the other side. So, and let's see how it works on the body. So I will just press Alt and click on the body here. Go to my subtool, press Shift and I icon over here to hide everything, and I will click it back again. So this is the only thing which is visible right now. So now you can see that there are some details which I did on this area, and I want the same thing over here. And notice that this is a one part. It's not a separate object, it's a one object. So it's a single piece of geometry, a single subtool. So let's see where we can find this option. So I have to go to my geometry over here, then modify topology. Now inside the modify topology, you will see I have here XYZ. Now same as the shoe, the boot, I will use the same thing here. I will use the X axis, and then I have this mirror and weld. So if I will click over here, and you will get the same error here that says it have to be on the lower subdivision level. So let's quickly go back here, delete the lower subdivision level. So I will have no subdivision over here because it does not work on the subdivision. So I have deleted all the subdivision. Now there is no subdivision, so it will work. So now if I will press mirror and weld here, so you can see that what it actually did is that it had, in the background, it had made a cut between this object, then mirrored that cut to the other part, and then it welded from the middle. So that's how it actually worked. Okay, so it, in the background, it cuts the part from one side, and then it mirrors the other side over there, and then it welds. That's why maybe you can see this kind of an artifact over here because of that cut. Okay, so this is how actually this mirror and weld work in the background. But now issue is that, suppose as we have deleted all the lower subdivision level, so I cannot reconstruct the subdivision here. So if I will press on the reconstruct subdivision level to bring all my lower subdivision level, I cannot do that. So it will keep on giving me the error. So I cannot bring my lower subdivision level once I will apply this sort of mirror and weld, because what it has done is that it has modified my uh, subtool here by cutting it and then mirroring it on the other side and then welding it. However, if we will go back to the shoe in the subtool and turn on the eye icon over here so they are visible, I can, let's do one thing. Let's go to this shoe and delete this one. Okay, or let's go and delete this one so that we have only one shoe, just for demonstration purposes. So I will go back to my geometry, and if I will click on the subdivision level, reconstruct subdivision now, so you can see it is bringing back my lower subdivision level. So uh, let's keep on doing that, but I don't want it a lot, so I will just go back to my subdivision level 4. So this was the I think the total one. So I can bring back my subdivision level if I'm working on the deformation mirror, you can say, uh, kind of a like a mirroring using this option. Now, if I will mirror this one to bring it on this side, so if I click here, so what it says that this function cannot be applied on to a multiple mesh subdivision level. So again, I ran into the same problem. So I will go back here, delete all the lower subdivision level. And now if I will go back to my deformation and click on this mirror now, so it will mirror it back. So if I will click on the mirror, it will bring it back here. So this is how actually this works inside your ZBrush when you want to mirror, or if you want to mirror and weld your objects. So there's definitely some speed bumps to the process, but the more you practice, the better you'll get at using the right method to your mirror and flip models. So I hope you have understood about this procedure over here, and you might find it useful for your project. So if you have enjoyed my video, please click on the like button, and I will upload new lessons, tutorials, live sessions, and more full courses along with the other useful videos. So don't forget to click on the bell icon so you can get all the notifications. I will highly appreciate if you will give me shout out, or if you will give shout out to my channel on your social media account, which will help me uh, to get motivated so I can uh, make more and more content for you, because I will get more subscriber and this will motivate me to create more content for you. And so guys, thanks a lot for your support, and please continue supporting me and take care of yourselves till we meet for the next lesson.